Hello, everyone, and welcome to this webinar made by the Quality and Learn team of Ringover. So this webinar was designed to show you how to choose the best integration for your business. So we're going to see that right away, but I just wanted to show you while we're waiting for more people to join us the support page where you can find our next webinar. So through the page support, so you're going to be here. If you click here on webinar, you're going to see all the best webinars that we had and the next webinars that we're going to have. So we're going to update this table with the webinars for the month of November and December. So be sure to check our page and to check the emails that we're going to send you as well with the next upcoming webinars. So we're going to start the presentation. Okay, so how to choose the best integration for your business. So welcome again to this webinar. My name is Marcos. I am part of the Quality and Learning team. I'm joined today by Sebastian, who is going to be answering your questions. So if you have any question, feel free to ask using the question tab. And he's going to answer all your questions live. And we're going to also have a little moment by the end of the webinar to answer any other questions. So first of all, let's see our agenda for today. So what is an integration? What is the difference between a native integration and an external one, and how they can be recognized from the dashboard, from the Ringover dashboard? What are the integration groups at Ringover, and the key features to keep in mind? So what is an integration? So an integration is the process of connecting two different tools so they can communicate and exchange data. So in order to talk about integrations, we need to also talk about APIs. An application programming interface. So basically, an API is a bridge between the server and the client. So the server is the system that contains all the data. So it could be, for instance, the database, and the client is the tool that is going to receive that information. So like a browser or a mobile app. So the API is going to be the bridge that is going to take the information from the database and send it to the browser that you're using. And we also need to distinguish APIs from webhooks. So an API is going to need a request. So it's going to need a trigger. So for instance, a button. So you're going to have a download button. You're going to click on that button. That is going to trigger the request, and then you're going to receive the data. So I click on my button, I send a request, and then the database is going to send the data back. Meanwhile, a webhook doesn't need that trigger, doesn't need the button, it doesn't need to be triggered to send the information that is requested. A webhook is going to work automatically, so you can configure to send information on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, or every month or every hour. So it's a webhook is going to send the information, and you don't need to trigger the action for it to send the information for you. What are the benefits of the integrations? First of all, the process automation. So here at Ringover, we're going to synchronize a lot of information such as call details, tags, and notes directly into the tool that is integrated. So that is going to help you to save a lot of time since you don't have to type the same information twice in different tools. So you're gonna type the information, for instance, the tag or the note in the Ringover call, and then the information is going to be synchronized, sent to the tool that is integrated to your Ringover account. So an important thing to know is that a Ringover is not going to delete information that existed previously on the tool that is integrated. So we're not going to delete your contacts. We're going to simply share information with the database of the tool. And we're going to update the information, but we're not going to be able to delete the information that belongs to the database of the tool that is integrated. So what are the integration groups here at Ringover? So we have customer relationship management, which is more client related, which is basically a database where you can put all your contacts and all the information about that contact. But it's more client related. So we also have the applicant tracking systems, which is destined to the recruitment sector. So it's like a CRM, so it's also a database with contacts, but it's going to be used for the activity of job hunting. Um, so an ATS is going to contain information about candidates, such as desired salary, or the previous company that the person worked on. So it's really a CRM, but used by the recruitment teams to job hunt, basically. So we're also going to have help desk support, such as Zendesk, also project management tools, storage, communication, and also sales and productivity. Here are some key features to keep in mind. We're going to have call task tracking via synchronization, contact synchronization. So all the contacts are going to be shared with the Ringover tool, and all the information from the Ringover tool is also going to be sent to the tool that was integrated. Call synchronization, synchronization of notes, tags, and statuses, integrated dialer. So you can activate the Ringover dialer, which is the image that we're seeing here on the right. You can have the Ringover dialer directly integrated in the tool, so you can ring and answer calls from the tool that you're using. Um, we also have call recordings accessible in the integrated tool and call recording transcriptions, I'm sorry, and summaries accessible in the integrated tool as well. So we're going to have the recordings. You can listen to the call when you're using the other tool. You're going to have transcriptions and also the summaries, what the call was about and what were the highlights of that specific call. Another important difference that we need to highlight here in this webinar is the difference between a native and an external integration. So a native integration is basically fully developed by the Ringover's developers. So it was made in-house by our developers. So we have the full control of it. If there's a bug, if there's an issue, we can troubleshoot it and we can try to investigate what's wrong and try to fix it. On the other hand, uh, we also have external integrations in our marketplace. So an external integration is an integration that was developed by an external team, so external developers. And hence, we do not have the control over it if there's a bug. we need to contact our partner and tell our partner that there is a bug so they can fix it, but we cannot fix it on our end. So that's a very important difference between integrations, because sometimes if you have an issue and you're going to create a ticket, the delay of the response delay is going to depend if we can fix the issue ourselves or if we need to contact a partner in order to do so. So we're going to have now the demo time. I'm going to share you my screen. So the first thing that I wanted to show you is that here, when you're in the marketplace, so here gonna have the API and webhook section, and here we're gonna have the integration sessions. So in order to identify a native integration and an external one, you just need to look at the button. So if you have the activate button, that means that the integration was made by us, by our developers. And if you have learn more, then you're gonna be sent to another page, which is gonna teach you how to configure that integration. And then you're gonna be able to configure. But if you click on activate, the process is way simpler because the integration was made by us. And then you're just going to have a few steps in order to activate it. So this is how to recognize a native integration and an external one. So the first integration that I wanted to show you today is HubSpot. So we have an integration with HubSpot, which is a CRM. So once again, used to a more client database. So you can see here that we have the icon of HubSpot that appears in the call logs of Ringover, which shows basically that the tool was integrated to your web app, and that this person exists in the database of in the HubSpot database. So you have here icon. If you receive a call from a person that exists in the database of the HubSpot, you're also going to see the icon when the person is going to call you. I'm going to show you this a bit later. But here, if I click here, so I'm going to be sent to the HubSpot page. I can see the information of the contact and all the last activities that I had with this contact. I'm just going to pick this other contact. So I have the name. I have here all the calls that I had with this contact. So an inbound call, a call with no answer, a call where there was a connection between the caller and me. And if I open this, I have all the information like the note. So this is a test. This is the note that I got in this call, which is here. So here I have the note, and here I have the tags. So busy, bad timing. I can see the same information here. So busy, bad timing, and this is the task. Also the summary of the call and the transcription to the call. I can also listen to the call here. So I just click on play, and I'm gonna listen to the call. And another important thing when it comes to the HubSpot integration is that I can associate all this information to the company that is linked to this contact. So Marcos is linked to the company test Marcos. So if I click here, I can also see the activities that I had with this contact. If I come back to the Marcos profile, here I can see that I also have a deal that is linked to this profile. If I click on the deal, which is called test Marco's new deal, I can also see the activity related to this contact. So all the companies and deals that are related to this contact are going to share the same information regarding the activities, which is all this data that I just showed you. So the next integration I wanted to show you is the Bullhorn integration, which is here. Okay, so here it's the same thing. We have the Bullhorn icon, and I'm just gonna call this number really quick so you can see. Okay, I'm gonna call the number with my test account. So I'm receiving the call, and in the call I can see the icon, and I can click here, and it's going to send me to the profile page. Just gonna refuse the call. Okay, so here I'm in the contact page. If I click here as well, I can be redirected to the contact page. So for instance, if I click here, so I was redirected to the contacts page, which is Carlos Sanchez. It's the same information that I can see here in my Ringover account. And I also can see the activity here in the overview page. And also here in the notes page, I can see the activity that I have with this contact. For instance, if I take this call, I have the transcription and the summary. I can listen to the call record as well. And if I pick just another call like this one, so this is a note, and these are all the tags that I used in this call. So I just put the note, haha, and the tags such as callback, accepted, follow up, etc. I also have the transcription and the summary for this call. I can also listen to the call as well. Okay, just gonna show you something from the HubSpot integration that I did not show you, which is the integrated dialer. So if I click here, normally I can now have access to the Ringover dialer from the HubSpot integration. So this is a feature that is available for some integrations, not all, but we're working on to keep up with the updates when it comes to the integration. So be sure to follow our all of our updates. So the next integration that I wanted to show you, so it's the last one, is an integration that is very different from these two because it's not a contact list, it's not a CRM, it's not an ATS. It's basically an integration that is going to allow you to use the Ringover APIs and webhooks in order to do automation actions. And you can really use this tool to integrate all the data that you get from Ringover into any tool that you want. So you have a lot of options I'm going to show you. So the name of the tool is Make. So this is this is how it's going to appear to you. And if you come here into the scenario, which is basically a task that you're going to create it and that is going to repeat by itself, so automatically, you can come here in the scenario and you can create a new scenario. Just click here and create a new scenario. I'm not going to be creating a new one because I already have a scenario that was created for this webinar. So when you get to this page, you just click on Add a Module. So you can pick a tool that you want to use for this task. You have all these lists. So all of these tools, they're already integrated to make. So you don't need to do the integration. The integration is already here. You just need to connect using your, for instance, Ringover account or your Google account. It depends. Your ChatGPT account. You can really have a very different tools that are available to do very different tasks. So here I just picked the Ringover tool, which we can see here. So I'm just gonna delete this module. So here I just picked an action, which is a new call event. So what does that mean? That means that every time I'm going to receive a call, um, some action is going to be produced using this make tool. So in order to do that, you need to create a webhook. So here I created my webhook. You can copy your webhook, which is here. And then I'm going to show you, you just need to come here in the dashboard. So you have all these tabs. You go into webhook. So you're going to be redirected to this page. And here you can paste your webhook link. So be sure to press enter so you can paste the webhook link in a new line. So you really need to make sure to use each link in one line to separate them by line. So here I just pasted my webhook. You don't need to save it. I can restart the page and I'm going to see that my webhooks are still there. So I'm going to go back to make. So my webhook is there, and I just need to link the section to another module, which is going to be Google Sheets in my case. I can just click here, and so I need to connect my Google account. I need to search a method, and I need to find my drive. I need to find which spreadsheet I want. So in my case, I created previously a spreadsheet called make test. So that's the one I chose. I can just pick the option that is going to show up here. So I pick this one. And then one important thing when it comes to grabbing data here is that the data is going to be sent in the JSON format. So you need to specify which information you want to grab from this data. So the information is going to be shown like this. And you just need to choose which are the informations that are most important for you that you want to take for this specific task, for this specific event. So here I just picked all the information that I wanted. For instance, for the data, I picked the data ID, which is here, the data from a number, so who's calling me, which is here, I'm sorry, and to number, so who I'm calling, which is here. So you have all this information that was grabbed from Ringover, and then you just need to associated to your Excel table. So all of these information that I'm seeing here, I already pre-configured it in my Excel page, which I can see here, event, data ID, data from number, data to number, which is the same information that I can see here in my make um, event, in my make scenario. So just run this event once, and I'm gonna call my number. So So I'm receiving a call, and I got the information from the call that was receiving. So the information is here. I can see that the task was successfully completed, and the information is also here in my spreadsheet, and it was sent to my Google account. So I can see here. So the event is that the phone was ringing. I have the data ID, the number that was calling, and the number that was being called. Um, so it's exactly the same information that I just shared with my Google account. So this is only one example of you can do with Make, but you have a variety of other tools that you can integrate it with, such as Airtable, Google Drive, Notion, Telegram. So you can just create any scenario that you want and associate your Ringover account with the Make account. So this is a very different integration from the other ones, but we wanted to show you just for the ones that are more interested in the technical aspect of the Ringover data and how you can work with it, associating it with other tools. So you feel free to play with it and be creative. And if you have any questions, feel free also to tell us if you want to see any other action, any other scenario in future webinars, and we're going to be working on that so we can provide you with more training on that end. So these are the three information integrations that we wanted to show you. Just going to go back to my presentation. So if you have any questions, so feel free to contact us using the support email. You're also going to receive, by the end of the webinar, you're going to receive a survey. So feel free to also answer the questions and give us some feedback on which topics you would like to see further on. I'm just going to share with you our support page again. Okay, so here you have our support page. You have a lot of information here about all of our features when it comes to the web app or the dashboard. And you have also here all of our webinars, which are in French, Spanish, and English, and also our next webinars. So here, and you can just pick the language, and you're going to find our next webinars. So if you don't have any other questions, I wanted to thank you all for coming, and thank you all for your feedback. If you feel free to give us feedback, and feel free also to pay attention to our next webinars. And thank you all very much for your participation. Thank you.